Two Idiots Talk Horror with your host, Hayden, and my co host, Graham.
Hello.
And today's topic, you want me to announce it or do you want to announce it? All right, announce it. So today's topic is Shaun of the Dead. Now, this is a comedy horror, but still classified as a horror. And I chose this one because you love zombies, so.
Zombies is one of my favorite subgenres. Speaking of which, I have my Walking Dead cup right here.
Oh
my favorite TV show.
Hey, if you guys, when you guys will notice in the future episodes, we're gonna have probably a lot of zombie stuff.
Yep.
It's because Graham's a big zombie fanatic.
It's always been one of my favorite subgenres, and really because of Scooby-Doo.
Yeah. And now, so we're gonna go to my favorite zombie movie, and one of my favorites, because I got Zombieland up there.
Yeah, Zombieland's definitely a lot more comedy, but I also think this movie helped.
This one's British comedy.
Yes, but I also think this movie helped create movies like Zombieland and those more comedic movies.
True.
That we saw in the early 2000s.
Yeah, the stars of this one, I had it pulled up on my phone, so give me 1 second.
Simon Pegg is one of them. I don't know the other one.
Nick Frost.
That's it.
So, I don't know how much you know about their movie series that they have together. I'm guessing no.
I mean, I've seen some Simon Pegg movies.
So his other than Star Trek as him as Scotty, but when Simon Pegg and Nick Frost do movies together, it's really good British humor. It's childlike humor almost.
Mm-hmm. And that's definitely the type of humor that's inside this.
Oh yeah, I mean, come on, you can't even go maybe 5 minutes without laughing about a scene.
No. Actually, I didn't realize Martin Freeman was in this either.
Oh yeah, he's not like one of the main characters, but
no,
he is a boyfriend of Shaun's ex.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Simon Pegg's ex, not Nick Frost. But yeah, his character, he just stands there in the background and is like, "Fight." That's literally all he does.
Martin Freeman is one of my favorite actors.
You just like him because he's in The Hobbit.
And Sherlock, and
I forgot about Sherlock.
And there's some other shows he's in. He's in a show called Breeders, which is about these two parents just trying to make it through life.
I've never seen that one.
Yeah, it's
I do
really
the Sherlock one.
Yes. But anyway, I also want to talk about one of the other characters inside the movie that I really like. This actress, Penelope Wilton, who plays Barbara inside the. I really like this actress. She was in Doctor Who, one of my favorite side characters.
Oh yeah, that's true. You are a Doctor Who fan.
Yes, and so I really liked her character. That was fun to see her inside the earlier roles than what she was in Doctor Who.
Yeah. Well, most of the British shows keep their British cast in a lot of movies.
Yeah, you do see that a lot.
You hardly see an American one.
No, but you also see a lot of the actors and actresses inside the same type of roles and stuff.
Sure. So, what do we want to talk about first on this movie?
Well, just the cast in general.
Just cast in general? None of the humor, none of the scenes that you want to talk about?
Well, I want to start off with the characters.
All right, go. Start.
I liked all of them. I mean, as in they did a good job. I mean, you had, of course, some of the characters that you knew who were just strokes and.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's because they play their roles correctly.
Yeah. I'm trying to find the character because I can't remember him. And these characters a little bit more than I do, but it was the roommate.
Sure. Which one?
Pete? Liz's roommate.
Oh, Liz's roommate. So you're talking about I just haven't pulled up here.
David.
Yeah, David.
Yeah, I didn't really like his character.
Yeah, his character was one of he's one of the shy. He's basically like every boy that hits on a girl and hangs out with them, but never gets the girl.
Yes.
And this movie really portrayed that.
Yes. And then well, Nat's supposed to like Philip, who is Barbara's husband, right?
And yeah, and Shaun's stepdad.
Yes. And well, Nat's supposed to like him. I really liked his character.
Yeah, you don't get to know them that much, but you understand the whole backstory really quick until the
Yeah.
scene where he dies, and it's like, wow, I wish I got to see more of this character.
Right, and that's exactly what I was thinking too.
Because same with Barbara, like she's only on there for
No,
I don't
she's not a
know.
main character, and I mean, granted, she's not a main character on Doctor Who either,
No.
but she definitely has that, just relatable feelings towards her
Yeah.
because you feel sad for her.
Yeah, you kind of do, because her, well, whose death would you think is a lot sadder in the movie?
Oh, Barbara's
Barbara's.
just because I like the actress.
Her death was more emotional based and more drama than the rest.
Yeah, and I definitely felt sorry for Shaun because I mean he just lost his mother.
Yeah.
That's a feeling that is indescribable to a whole lot of people.
But you also have the scene with his dad. His dad's scene was a little bit emotional, but funny as well.
Yes, it was emotional, but at the same time, you don't feel as much because Shaun didn't like his dad a
No,
whole
until
lot.
you see that he actually they bond a little bit towards the end.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, so it's emotional in that regard, but you don't,
It's
the
not as
character.
emotional with his mom.
Yes, yes,
But it was emotional enough to where like you're all sad and crying to the point where he's yelling at his mom saying, "That's not your husband anymore. There's not an ounce of him left in there." And he turns off the radio, which was the funniest part. It's like, yeah, he's still there.
um, and I like that scene also because he's like, stop the call, just stop the call,
Yeah.
and then you have Shaun and Ed, who um, I like Shaun more. I don't know what your opinions are on that.
I've seen him in more movies than Nick Frost. Nick Frost has some good characters. He does, but his characters are always the side character.
Mm-hmm.
I'd probably go with Simon Pegg out of all the cast, but Nick Frost would definitely be a second. Because I don't really, besides Bill Nye, right? Nye, or how you pronounce the guy who plays the Flying Dutchman from Pirates of the Caribbean. I can't remember how you pronounce his last name. He would probably be the other one. Him and he's Martin Freeman. Those four would probably be the main ones I'd watch. But yeah, I'd stick with Simon.
Yeah. I mean, Simon Pegg is definitely a good actor,
Oh yeah,
and this
he does a great
movie
job,
shows it. And
especially
what?
when he's in Mission Impossible.
Yes, he didn't say that French. I forgot about that.
Yeah, he's the guy who works on disguising.
Yes, yes,
He always adds a comedy relief to his movies.
and he does. He's a very good comedic. Um, but I also want to say I like the beginning on the similarities on like quote unquote day one of the zombie apocalypse, where um, Sean doesn't really know anything and he doesn't really knows all the signs, and he goes back home.
Oh yeah, because they're trying to tie in with like society. Like no one's gonna notice the signs.
Exactly, exactly.
Who? I mean, this is at the point where like not everybody's glued at their phone like today.
That and even then, people probably still wouldn't notice
No,
right away.
nobody would notice right away.
It'll be isolated cases, and it wouldn't be widespread. And then by the time it becomes widespread, it will.
Plus, it takes place in England where you're on an island basically.
Yeah,
And here's another thing: they're in North London, right? North London or North England.
Northland.
How the heck did it spread all the way up to there that quick?
I mean, you have patient zeros, and depending on the type of virus.
Yeah, and depending on how it's
Yeah,
transmitted.
transmitted. I mean, it's very much possible that it could become worldwide in just a few days.
True, but don't you? Wouldn't it be bite though, or would
I
it be
mean,
airborne?
it depends on the virus. Because in Walking Dead, spoilers for Walking Dead, it doesn't matter how you die.
I'm pretty sure everybody has seen Walking Dead at this point.
But in Walking Dead, it doesn't matter how you die. If
You
you
just
die,
you turn into it.
yes, as long as your brain is still intact, you're a zombie.
It's somewhat similar to The Dead Don't Die. Have you ever seen that movie?
No.
That's a zombie movie. I'm surprised. Hold up, I'm very surprised because that's a zombie movie.
No, I haven't seen that one.
That has Bill Murray in it. The Dead Don't Die in that one is just caused by moon polarity.
Gotcha.
But if you die, you become a
Yeah.
zombie.
And I mean, Walking Dead definitely adapted that type of scenario, but I kind of want to say maybe it could be true for this one too.
Isn't World? What about World War Z? Isn't that just transmitted by airborne disease?
It's been a while since I watched World War Z. And when I did watch it, I was I got my wisdom teeth taken out that day. So I was kind of a little bit high when I watched it.
Oh dear lord! I wish I was there to see that.
Actually, I was very calm, very tame,
That's surprising.
right?
But
But
I feel like it. Well, I had my wisdom teeth out when I'm not. I was high, but here's the thing: I was mostly tired.
no, my mom took the day off, and I decided to watch World War Z with her. She fell asleep halfway through the movie.
And you just like this stone, just staring at the screen. They're coming for me.
No.
No,
I was very tame. I need to rewatch it. It's been on my list for a while.
I say add the Dead Don't Die because you do like that.
But going back to this one, I could see them doing a whole, um, doesn't matter how you die, because I was kind of thinking about that during the movie anyway.
I mean, well, I'm trying to think because I've seen some zombie movies where how you die is how it is for you to look like. Some similar like Beetlejuice, like how you die is how you present it in the afterlife.
Yeah.
Because if you look at you haven't seen The Dead Don't Die. In that movie, there are scenes where how people die is how they look.
Well, I mean, and that's how it is, like in most zombie stuff.
Well, yeah, but you were just saying like how they die is how they would be. Is that isn't that what you're getting at?
No, I was saying it doesn't matter how you die.
You're just a zombie.
Yeah, you just become a zombie.
Okay.
Yeah. Because like I said in Walking Dead, it's very much, you could die of old age and you become a zombie next day. You could get shot to death in your bed and you become a zombie. I mean, as long as your brain is intact, that's what matters.
Hmm. And you know more about this than I do.
Yes. Well, and like you said, I'm a very big zombie fan.
No shit.
So,
Sorry about that.
you wanna go on to the next topic?
What's the next topic? Oh, am I picking the next topic?
You're picking it.
I want to talk about like how good and for those who have not seen it or have seen it, and you probably know this, the walking scene, the two walking scenes. I told you.
Yeah, that's what I was trying. That was what I was saying
Yeah.
earlier.
How they did the whole walking scene at the very beginning of him walking from the house to the store and back. I just like how like that was done in one whole shot,
Yes.
and
I love
they never
one shots.
never took a retake, just one whole shot.
Yeah, I love one shots in movies, and that was definitely a good one.
And here's the funny thing: they did it twice.
Yeah, they did. They did within like 20 minutes of each other.
Yeah, very impressive to be honest.
Yes.
And the fact that he tripped twice.
I don't know if that was
The first time was on accident. I think the second time on purpose.
probably.
Because I think he might have done it, and he said, "Keep going, keep going."
Yeah. And it has, a whole other comedic level because you can kind of assume that he does this walk every single day. He goes to that store every single day,
Yeah.
gets on the tram car every single day.
Deals with every other person in the background.
Yes, yes.
And then you see all of a sudden start seeing them in a different perspective.
Yes, and then like I said, on day one, he doesn't really notice all the signs of the oncoming apocalypse.
I mean, he kind of notices a little bit, but he doesn't know what to make of it.
Well, yes, yes.
Because you have somebody like faint on the ground. I think if he's when he's on the trolley.
Was that day one? No, that was day one. That was day one.
Yeah, because he was looking out the window, and all of a sudden somebody just drops.
Yeah, and then day two, everything's just disordered.
There's also another person as well on day one where he's at work and there's somebody across the street just
That's
standing.
right, and he was watching it. And he was watching it, and then like a bus or something pulled through,
and he's gone.
He's gone. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so they're all signs, and like I guess you're right. Like you said, he kind of knows them and didn't know what to make of it.
Yeah.
And then his roommate Pete, the actor's Peter. I don't know how to pronounce his last name.
Let me see that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, never mind. I'm not going to be honest. I think it's. Is that German or Russian? I can't remember.
Anyway, Pete's like, hey, I got bit by a crazy guy, and they all
he got mugged. I think he said.
Mugged, and some crazy guy bit me.
Why'd he bite you? I don't know. I didn't stop to ask you.
That was another really good character. Like, I really liked him, and I wish we saw more of his comedic tone.
The banter between him, Ed, and Shaun was good.
Yes.
You can definitely tell they were flatmates.
Yes. Yes.
Like, Peter's the big brother who dies first, and then Shaun or Ed's the middle child. I think it's probably Shaun is. You think?
Probably.
And Ed's just the middle child that just hardly goes along with it.
Yeah. But yeah, then he dies, and which was like a whole scene.
Yeah, how'd you like the scene where? Because here's the thing, I've seen the movie several times before you did, because you just watched it for the first time?
Yes.
Last night.
Yes. Which I've owned the movie for like years, and I had never decided to watch it.
Yeah, for zombie fanatic. So what do you think of his return as a zombie?
I was like, of course he died in the shower. That makes sense for this type of movie.
So, I know we kind of cut it short last night because I had to leave early, but you probably watched the rest, right?
Yeah, I watched the rest. Yeah.
So, what do you think of that scene where he comes back again?
I was laughing. It was
Could do it.
And just seeing all those references, all of that was fun.
Yeah, I like how they tied in all the characters. Like they all had a point.
Yes, and it was a relatively small cast, which is good, and it also kind of reminded me of Alien Romulus too. There's no underlying member of the cast, like they all strong underdog. That's it. Thank you. There's no underdog. They all have the point. They all have a purpose to show.
Yeah.
And Shaun is the quote unquote hero, and then Ed's the goofy one. Yeah. Liz is the hero's girlfriend / wife, and then
not the wife, but she's the girl.
Well, I mean, like if the hero has like a wife, like inside the type of movies. Yeah. And then what would you say died? Diana.
For how you're going with, I'd say she's just like one of the random women on the side, like possible backup.
But see, I really thought she was smart.
Oh yeah,
and then like she just died in a stupid way.
Well, if you remember how what was her name? Liz called her friends. You have a washed up actress and a whatever she called David. But she called Liz a washed up actress. Not Liz, Diana, a washed up actress. But she does play her her well and does try
She
to help
does.
out, and she does take order. It's just David is the fuck up in this
Yeah,
entire group.
and that's what I was gonna say. David's just the idiot who keeps screwing up. But
Yeah, they all try to push it onto Nick. Not Nick. Ed's the character Ed as the screw up, but no, it's actually David.
yeah, but I really like the character of they call it dying movie, but I really liked her, but she just died in a stupid way.
Well, she went. Oh, here's the thing. She had feelings for Nick.
Yeah, but
Not
I
Nick,
didn't.
but David. Sorry, jeez, I'm trying to remember this entire list.
But I just feel like her character was smarter than to just run out and the
Well,
zombie
the
after.
emotions probably got up into her, but they didn't bother to hold her back.
Probably, but I didn't like her death. If I had to criticize one thing, I did not like how died.
David's character deserved death.
Oh yeah, I saw that one coming. Yeah, I saw that one coming. As
But-
soon as he turned like all the lights on and like was creating like a raid type thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, I saw his death coming.
but out of all the characters that died before him, his character. I'm not judging the actor. I'm just saying like his character was the one that I wanted to go first.
Yeah, and it never works out like that.
No, they wait till like towards the end when the whole battle scene happens, but
Yeah.
his was more gruesome though.
It was. I mean, that was an awful way to go. And again, I want to bring up Walking Dead because there was another character who, in the games, got dragged out right out of a window and got torn to shreds like that.
But yeah, like his was very gruesome, and then all of a sudden his legs break off.
Yeah.
I mean, I can see the emotional state that Diane was in because David went after Liz, but Liz didn't want him, and Diane was there to pick up the pieces, but she still fell for him.
Right.
So I could see,
Right.
like, yeah, I can't live. I want to save him, but she doesn't realize that you're facing zombies here.
Yeah, he was dead. He was. There's no coming back from
stayed
that.
and helped.
Yeah, there's no coming back from that. And then after that, Ed dies.
Well, he lives a little bit. He doesn't.
Well, I mean, like he gets bit, I guess.
Yeah, he gets bit.
But he's the next death.
Yes. So before we go further, which death do you think, or which zombie was your favorite? Zombie or death?
See, in terms of zombie, none of them
None of them like made you laugh or like.
well, not laugh, but none of them stuck out because they weren't like gruesome like other zombie stuff. That makes sense.
Well, like your skeleton bone ones.
Well, yeah, like in Walking Dead, there's always zombies that stick out to me.
Okay.
When I think of zombies,
like a crawler.
Yeah. I mean, I like the makeup on Ed when he got bit. I thought that was probably some of the more gruesome stuff that we saw. And then like
not
David's. But I was King Pale. And again with David here, his was the most gruesome, but I definitely think Nick, he had blood all over him.
Oh, he got bit in the neck.
Yeah, he got bit in the neck and the arm. Like he was gone, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And so I wouldn't say that one stuck out. And then, like I said, Baba also stuck out with me, and Shaun's dad also stuck out with me, or stepdad.
All right.
How about you? And I guess Pete too, because he was naked, walking around.
Yeah. As a zombie butt naked and everyone else is clothed. Which is very ironic, because if you look at the rest, it's just how that happened.
That's something you just don't see in zombie stuff either. Like,
wait. Zombieland. There's a scene in Zombieland.
There is?
Yeah, there's a scene at the intro scene where there's a stripper that runs out naked.
Right. Okay, but I'm talking about in terms of the more serious type of zombies.
Okay, more the serious types. Yeah.
But honestly, people probably die in the shower.
That could be possible.
It probably not more common than we think.
Yeah. I'd say either David's or Ed's stood up to me the most versus everybody else. I mean, yes, Barbara's was very emotional, and his dad was kind of funny. I'd say those two because they're more gruesome.
Right.
But the zombies, I'd say they're funny. I'd go with which one was the see, is there even a picture of him on oh wow, there is not a picture of him on the list. So there's a zombie that's in the background. It's a background zombie. Two of them are. So you have one, he's the hobo at the very beginning asking for change. He's got a dog.
Yep. Yep.
And then he comes back and he's like dragging a leash, and there's like, what happened to the dog?
Okay,
Like, I'm not worried about him. I'm worried about where the dog went.
missed that one.
Serious?
Yeah, I saw the zombie. I know the hobo you're talking about because Sean's like gives him change and he passes it again. I'm like I don't have any change for you.
Yeah, you put it on the counter.
Yeah. Um. Yeah, I didn't know it was a dog. I guess.
Oh, you didn't know?
No. No.
There's that, and then uh, I there's probably not a name for it because we're looking on the list and he's not popping up, but he is one of the background uh zombies. He's at the scene where they're at the Winchester. He's I think like the only one of the only black guys in the crowd. Like he's very zoned out.
Okay, I don't know.
Okay, you have to watch it again. But like every every time they're getting in an argument or dealing with that crowd, he's there just staring like, huh? Every time I see him, I laugh my head off. I don't know why.
Yeah, I knew you had already left by then, so you could have pointed him out for me.
No, I can't. Well, yeah. No, I would have pointed out because I left you at the point where they got to the Winchester for the when the zombies were crowding and they're walking through the crowd.
I thought it was when they were in the Winchester.
No, that was
When they
before.
were out. Okay,
Yeah, when they were trying to get into it, and David smashed
gotcha.
the window.
Yeah, it was such a
Which is very stupid because here's the thing: if you're in a zombie apocalypse and you were to go to a bar like that, wouldn't you want to, I don't know, not smash a window because it's a form of shield?
Actually, I want to go to that scene before walking through the crowds. Um, again, I want to bring up.
Hold on, we got a cat situation. Keep going. I got her.
um, so like in Walking Dead, to get through crowds, they cover themselves in the zombie guts. Now, this one isn't going to go that gruesome because it's
I don't think they. I think they just walk through that.
yeah, they just walk through, but in Walking Dead is what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, in Walking Dead.
Um, so that whole scene, it was like, okay, that's a pretty good take on the whole getting through a crowd scene.
Yeah, which is another thing. If if you look at how some people navigate through zombies, so if you got World War Z, it's you have to be ill to walk through it.
Yeah.
The Walking Dead, you have to cover yourself in similar smell, I guess,
Yeah.
or features.
Smell.
Smell. And if you look at Shaun of the Dead, it's just act like you're brainless.
Yeah. I mean, and that's one thing I kind of like. Everyone looks like even before the zombie apocalypse, everyone looks like they're just zoned out, drugged out, and then they all turn zombies.
Yeah. Well, it's early 2000s. I mean, heck, I think the guy on the bus and when at the very beginning looked like he was just stoned out of his mind.
Right. The guy who coughs.
The guy that put his headphones on,
Okay.
that sits in front of him, like he looks like he's zoned out or stoned or something.
And that was kind of what I thought they would go towards because Ed was a drug deal.
Yeah.
So I was like, are they going to tie in like it's some type of drug that's the cause of this?
It'd be
But
funny
that
if it was.
But that never went anywhere, unfortunately.
And surprisingly enough, the guy he dealt the weed to was still alive.
Yeah, and he's the second one here, Rapid Monkey.
That's who that is?
I don't know who else that would be.
I don't know either, but that's kind of funny that they put it there. If that is supposed to be the guy. But there's one person in the movie, if anyone's seen it, like Ed is talking to somebody that he's trying to sell weed to, constantly asks, hey, do you got the stuff? He's like, I don't have anything.
Yeah, and then he calls them like as they're getting to Winchester.
While they're surrounded by zombies.
Why
would you answer a phone?
Ed was not the brightest one of the group.
And here's another thing. Wouldn't you think if they're not like every other zombie, sound attracts them.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Wouldn't you think of I don't know putting your phone on the ringer?
Or just not have a phone.
I mean, depending on who's still alive.
I guess so. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
heck, they still have cell phone service, so
Yeah, but I mean, in all quite honestly, they will probably like what on day 2 or day 3 of the apocalypse when all of that went down. I mean, it was still fairly early on.
I say day 3.
Yeah,
I say day 3.
yeah, it was still very early on inside the apocalypse, so that probably just hadn't gone out yet.
Yeah,
There is a Night of the Living Dead reference.
yeah, there was.
Well, there's a lot of Night of the Living Dead references, but the one that stood out to me was the satellite falling.
Yeah, that is true.
Because that was the quote unquote cause of that one, which we really need to do
Which
Night
I,
of the Living Dead
which
at some point.
I'm still piecing my mind around that a little bit. Like, how does that cause zombie?
Um, I don't know, some type of alien material.
It's a satellite,
There could have been an alien that attacked it.
or more like space bacteria.
Oh, space bacteria, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
She's asleep.
yeah, I figured. For those who are not, again, we don't video, but I am holding one of my cats, and she is curled up on in my arms, sleeping, purring her head off.
Um, but yeah, so that's one of the references that stood out to me, and I'm sure there's probably tons of others that I didn't get. It's been a while since I've actually seen Night of the Living Dead.
Well, Shaun of the Dead is supposed to be like is supposed to be making fun of,
Right. Well, it's not just making fun of
not
Night.
making fun of, but it's adding a little bit of humor, but it's also tying in a few other zombie movies.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's not just making fun of Night of the Living Dead. I mean, it's making fun of the whole subgenre of zombies.
Yeah. So what do you, going back to when the zombies started appearing, when Shaun comes back after somehow not getting attacked by any of the zombies
Or noticing any
or
of them.
noticing any of the zombies, he gets home and Ed's like, "There's a girl in the garden," and they think she's drunk.
I had a thought about that. Okay, so I was kind of thinking that it was going to be like Liz,
Okay.
who just was coming to the house and be like, hey, something's wrong, I didn't know where else to go. But it, of course, didn't go that way.
Mm. What would you think of that interaction of them discovering what zombies are?
I like that they use the, Ed said Z word and Ed said zombie and Sean's like, don't say the Z word.
That part, I was talking about the girl in the garden, in the backyard, where they.
Yeah, he says like, oh, that's a zombie.
That was after that part, though.
Well, yeah.
I.
It was during that whole interaction, though.
But it's like common sense. If they grew up on like probably music and comic books, you think that a comic would say, I don't know, destroy the head, decapitate the thing.
But see, like in Walking Dead, again going back to Walking Dead, none of that stuff exists in that universe. So like they don't, at least in the show aspect of things. I don't think it's the opposite for the comics, but I could be wrong. But in the show, Night of the Living Dead, Dawn of the Dead, Day of the Dead, none of that exists.
The Last of Us. I don't know if that would count though.
Last of Us would have taken place.
But is that Walking Dead? Is that like zombie related?
Yeah. But Last of Us would have came after the Walking Dead apocalypse started.
Okay.
So that would have counted. But none of that exists. So they don't have a word for zombie. That's why they call them walkers, biters, geeks, lame brains.
Alright.
So that's why you hear all those words being used.
Okay. But you'd think you would have some form of knowledge of.
It just depends on if any that exists.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm guessing some of it exists since they just use the word outright.
True.
But we don't know like what exactly exists in that universe.
I do like how they also tied in. Now, if you watch more Simon Pegg and Nick Frost movies, have you ever seen Paul?
Paul?
Yeah, that's their one with Alien. Their Alien.
No. The only other one that I would have seen was At World's End.
Oh, that's another good one.
I
kind of like that one.
me and my sister watched that one, and neither of us were a fan.
You'd probably like Paul. Try watching Paul. They make fun of England or London about how they have no guns for like or form of weapons, and so when Ed and Shaun are like in the back trying to find ways to like decapitate these things, they're like throwing random stuff in the kitchen and then going through records and just throwing records. What, like, how do you not have like some?
The entire time, I was like, grab a knife, grab a fork.
So let's see the close combat. Never grab a close combat to a zombie. That I do know.
Well, I mean, yes, technically, but it would be more effective.
It'd be more effective, yes. But why not get like a baseball bat or some form of giant stick to hit the thing?
And they do eventually go.
They do eventually. They go get a cricket bat, and a shovel.
But the entire time it's like grab something sharper than records.
Oh yeah.
Grab a pitchfork.
Grab a pitchfork.
Grab like a hoe or something if they have.
There's like multiple different tools that you could have grabbed. But it's funny that he grabs a cricket though.
Yes.
It doesn't do much damage because you're not swinging that hard though.
No, but I mean, it probably does enough more damage on zombies than like actual human beings.
Depending on how decomposed they are.
Yeah.
Because everybody seems like freshly decomposed.
Right. And honestly, that was. Oh, she's gone.
Yeah.
And honestly, that was kind of cool to see just the start of the apocalypse because you don't get to see that a whole lot.
No, you don't.
Inside these type of things.
No. What was that other zombie that Shaun did makes fun of? You just said it several times. I'm blanking on it.
Night of the Living Dead.
I think it's Night of the Living Dead or
Day, Dawn.
It's one of the movies. All I remember is that it starts off with a nurse, or I think nurse that comes home, her husband and her daughter. I'm guessing her husband got bit by the. No, husband was alive. Husband was fine at the beginning after the morning, but their daughter got bit somehow.
Yeah, see, I turned that one off. I couldn't do that one.
Oh, so you know which one I'm talking about?
I don't remember the name of it because I literally turned it off.
It's Zombie.
Is it?
I don't remember. I think it
might. I think it was like Day.
It's the one where they're all stuck in the mall.
It was a remake of like Day or something like that.
That one I do know the most because I've seen that one a few times.
Yeah, but I had turned that one off. I don't like kid deaths and things.
There's one scene you probably either freak out or laugh at because there is a zombie baby scene.
Yeah, no, I couldn't do it. I could not do it. Anytime there's a kid death in.
So you probably don't even like Pet Sematary.
Nope, I refuse to watch Pet Sematary.
Wow.
Pet Sematary and Cujo, I refuse to watch.
Cujo doesn't have a child death in it, does it?
Yeah, but it's about a dog.
It's about a dog, yeah. I mean, yes, it is sad, yes, but it's a dog with rabies.
Yeah, nope, still couldn't do it. I can't do Old Yellow, dude.
Oh, hey.
I've seen Old Yellow. I have seen it. I won't watch it again.
You probably won't. What's the book we read when we were younger? It's oh god. He's got two bloodhounds.
Oh, they own the book too.
Yeah,
Where the Red Thorn Grows.
That's it.
Yeah, no, I actually really like that book. I don't like the ending.
I think they made a movie though, didn't they?
They did. It's not that good.
They also did one on. Oh crud! I can't remember the other name either. To Kill a Mockingbird? No, that's
a very old movie.
Is that the one I'm thinking of? To Kill a Mockingbird?
I don't know. I don't know what you're thinking.
I'm not thinking Hunger Games there, am I? I think it's To Kill a Mockingbird. Yeah.
To Kill a Mockingbird is like a black and white movie.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just making sure we're talking about the same one.
Yeah, there's death mentioned in that, and there's.
It's been a while since I've seen that one. Like, it's been a long while.
Yeah.
But like, there was a Walking Dead episode that
There is another Sorry, but I know you're going to talk about zombies. I just remembered another zombie movie that I wanted to get off my chest.
Go.
There is one where these people become zombies. They don't know it because they think they're still alive.
Warm Bodies.
Not Warm Bodies.
That was a dumb movie, though.
Yeah, not that one.
That was a dumb movie, though.
This one's they're in like a bowling alley, and they all somehow died. I don't remember how, but they become zombies. They don't realize that they think everybody else that's alive is a zombie, so they try to kill other people, and they hit somebody or they break somebody's head open, and there's brains pouring out, and the guy, I think he's the biker, goes up, takes it, and eats it, and he goes like, "Ooh, that actually tastes good." Yeah. But the funniest part about that entire movie is where a couple tried to if you get my gist on that.
Gotcha.
And his thing falls off. And he doesn't question. He's like, "Is that normal?"
Yeah, that's not really my type of zombie movie.
But that's a comedy word there.
Well, yeah. Yeah, no kidding. But like there was a Walking Dead episode that, well, I guess the Walking Dead episode that involves kids' deaths, and I had to literally walk out the room.
See, I don't watch much of Walking Dead.
No, you don't, and I need to get you on that show.
I just never got into. I mean, I like zombies, yes. It's just something about that show at the very beginning just never caught my interest.
See, the thing is, I like seeing the story progress.
Okay.
And, like the whole purpose of The Walking Dead was to, well, what happens after the credit rolls. Like, there's this one zombie movie. They're on some type of island. I think it's one of the Dead movies. I could be completely wrong, though. And they're on some type of island, and they finally get rid of all the zombies off the island. And I'm like, okay, now what happens? So that's the whole purpose of The Walking Dead.
Oh, what? Just like, what do we do now?
Yeah, like what happens next?
How many seasons are there of this?
Well, of the main show or all of the spin-offs together?
Main show.
There's 11 seasons.
But see, after watching like the very beginning when it first came out, none of it like really caught my attention. I know my parents like enjoyed it, so did my brother. I just never really.
Yeah. No, I started watching it because of the Telltale games.
What?
Telltale? If you know that.
Oh, Telltale. Sorry, I'm not. I did not hear Telltale.
Yeah, no, I started watching it because of Telltale, and they released a Walking Dead episode, or Walking Dead season. So I started watching it from one of my favorite YouTubers, and that's how I got hooked on it.
Okay. What was the other shows that came out there? There's like another show that came out with Walking, like some space show, if I remember correctly, where the world's getting taken over by aliens. It's been a while. This was like early in 2000s. You don't remember?
No.
I'll have to look it up. All I remember is that they get attacked by aliens. They try to fend them off, and then some people get like some leech on their back that controls them. It's been a while, but
see, now that sounds like
that caught my eye more than Walking Dead.
That sounds like the fifth wave almost. Well, that's a movie.
But no, this was a show.
Actually, but anyway, going back to Shaun of the Dead, because we got
sidetracked.
We got
again.
Topic.
This is how it's going to be with two idiots. Well, I'm going back. You're the one who was talking about it.
Yeah, keep going. What else you want to talk about for the movie?
See, I'm trying to figure out what else we want to talk about. I wish they made a second one, to be honest.
That would be cool to see a sequel. But to honestly true, they could still go back and make a second one because it was that 28 Days Later zombie movie, and then they came out with a 28 years later. I believe it came out because it came out 28 years later.
True, they could come out with another one, but I do like how at the very end of the Shaun of the Dead that they tried implying zombies into other stuff. Like they're
Right.
in survival games. They're on what was it? Dr. Phil's show. Like he's my husband. I still love him. You sleep with that thing?
I was laughing really hard at that one. Um, and I do think these zombies do have some type of cognitive.
Conscience.
Yeah,
Because they do respond to who they were.
yeah.
Because Pete responded when he said, "Hey, Pete," and he goes, "Huh?"
And at the end, Ed tries to bite Shaun, and Shaun's like, "Don't bite me," and he's like, "Oh."
Yeah, and then he goes back to playing video games. Like
Yeah,
there's some form of
yeah. And so you don't see that type of stuff in a whole lot in zombies media.
no. But
Like I said, warm bodies. You see some of that in the movie you were talking about.
which one?
The one,
Oh, the anime where the kid has a zombie girlfriend. That's the one I was mentioning with the Scooby Doo one. But which one are you talking about?
I'm talking about the one that you were just talking about where some stuff falls off.
Oh, that. Yeah, I need to look up which one that was. My mom showed me that one a couple of years ago. That one was it was pretty funny. I think it's an old one.
Gotcha. Oh, that sounds good. No.
It's black and white, but it shows a little bit of color.
Oh,
It
really?
only shows color when they're zombies. But like when you see like them like talking together, like everything's in color. But when you have the living like having their own conversations
Mm.
and dealing with them as zombies, everything's in black and white.
Oh, yeah, that's kind of interesting. That's a cool concept.
Which it is fun. Like the whole purpose of it was kind of funny and interesting how they and like they had to figure out how to communicate with the zombies. So that what they did is shook or put something on the one of the guys' heads and made the frequency match humans. And like, what is your purpose of being on this earth? And like, what do you mean? You guys are the monsters. Being like, no, you're the zombie. And then they realize, oh wow, we are dead.
But anything else you kind of want to talk about for this movie? I mean, the comedy was on point.
The comment was very on point.
I mean, there's some weak scenes, of course,
I love it.
but honestly, the fall in between. The scene I really liked the most was at the beginning when Sean's going through his plan and he has to like keep revising it.
Yeah.
That for me, I think was one of my favorite scenes because it's the whole hi dad, and they both bonk him on the head with the shovel.
Oh yeah, he kept going on the plan of like, okay, we're gonna grab the car, we're gonna go to my mom's, kill Philip, and then go to the Winchester. Oh wait, I gotta get Barbara. Why? Because I love it. And then the whole progress gets bigger and bigger. The whole list just changes more. Like they're adding more and more endings to this.
That scene really.
How many endings did it have? Did I see like?
Well, the first one was
You can just grab her.
I can't reach all. It's
All right, keep talking. I'll grab her.
The first one was they were gonna stay at Liz's apartment.
Yeah.
And then Ed's like, no, that place is too unfamiliar. I don't like that.
Here's
Oh, no. The first one was they were going to stay at their house,
yeah.
but they're like, okay, this place isn't secure. It's literally going to be crawled with zombies.
They should have stayed at Liz's place.
They should have. And
because it's higher up and you have more food there.
And you can kind of trap yourself inside rooms and let the zombies go away if you're quiet.
Exactly.
So that was the second plan. And then they're like, wait, the Winchester, which honestly wasn't a bad place.
No, what they should have done was stayed in the cellar.
That, yes.
That would have been a lot more secure than just staying in the actual bar itself.
Yes. And they should have, what's his name?
Oh, Ed or David?
David shouldn't have broken the window.
No, because if you didn't break the window and they got in a little bit more quietly, they wouldn't be surrounded so quickly all the time.
Yeah.
But the cellar would have been a lot better because nobody would notice that they were down there. They could have waited it out. And there's food and drinks down below.
They could have, and they could also probably talked a little bit louder too, because it wouldn't have like the cellar would have been able to contain their voices a little better.
Well, the street door would have been exposed. They could hear through the street door, but the street door was more like opens one way.
Yeah, yeah.
No, the zombies are smart enough to pry it open.
Yeah. So yeah, the cellar would have been about much well placed to go.
Yeah. A little bit more, a lot more sacred, but it would have been packed.
But yeah, honestly, the Winchester was not a bad place to hold up, especially in the early days.
Oh no.
I mean, I don't know if I would make it a permanent location.
No, but at least they had some form of ammunition.
Yes, they had some type of ammunition, and they had safety.
Yeah.
And like you said, food and drinks, and then some more adult drinks.
Yeah. Here's another thing with them choosing the Winchester. If you and I were to be in a zombie apocalypse, and we were in that kind of situation, and we chose to go to, say,
Creek.
The Creek.
Oh, Custos. Custos. Is that what you were saying?
Creek, Custos, Darcy's, or
yeah,
any form of the pubs that are around us. And now I can see the Creek. I don't go there as often.
No, you don't.
But like any of the pubs around us, those would have been really good choices. Where was I going with this shit?
I don't know.
Oh, if we were to choose any of those, and we had like say our group with us, our friend group,
right?
If we had some other outsider in our group, for the love of God, exactly with the Creek. Okay, have this the Creek. What's at the Creek right now? What do they have attached?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but that's a noise machine.
Right. Okay, so here's something we can talk about.
Ed being a stupid idiot and turning on the slot machine.
Here's something we can talk about. What is your zombie plan?
My zombie plan?
Yes, I have a zombie plan.
Well, of course you have a zombie plan. I mean, I have weapons here that can help us survive. Like,
but yeah, what kind of place would you hold up in?
Oh, okay. If I remember, my plan was either our high school. The prison wouldn't be a bad choice, but that's further drive. So I'd say a high school, a bomb shelter, or possibly a hospital.
Okay, I was actually the high school was my second choice.
Okay.
My first choice would be Camp Alinac, the Boy Scout camp here in town.
I think you were going to say the prison, because usually you say prison.
Yeah, no, Camp Alinac, because it's out and remote.
Okay.
Not too many people would go up there and look for supplies.
Fair.
And you could be a little bit louder because it's all the way high away from where the zombies would mainly go.
True, unless they start wandering through the woods.
True.
And then you gotta start setting traps around the border.
Yeah.
Another place I would choose, and this is actually one of my other backup ones, is a farmhouse.
See, they had a farmhouse out in The Walking Dead, and they got overrun so easily.
Yeah, but we live in Illinois. It's nothing but farmland.
Yeah, but if you have a big herd come through, and they can get.
If there was possibility of a herd going through a cornfield and not getting lost.
Yeah, but if you're making a lot of noise and stuff.
If you are. But
they'll find like a helicopter or something.
There are some farm fields near us that have like a high fence line.
True.
That you could pretty much use as like some form of defense. So then you could turn on the electric wire.
Until electricity runs out.
Until electricity runs out.
Or you run out of gasoline.
Some form of.
Until you run out of gasoline.
Gasoline, or you could use the windmills or power source.
Yeah. I don't know. I've just seen farmlands get overrun so easily in Walking Dead scenarios, so it would be on the bottom of my choice.
It just varies.
Prison's a good choice because you have a lot of weapons and you have bars.
Yeah, you have bars.
That you can
more
lock
security doors.
More security doors, so it'll be a lot harder for them to break in.
Yeah.
But I like the high school too, because that one is
you have a kitchen, you have multiple rooms.
Yes, you have multiple rooms.
We know our high school, so we know which way to go.
Yeah, and they'll high up, and honestly, you just go
You
up
get
to the
pretty
second
good.
floor.
You can go to the roof of the high school and just shoot from up there.
Well, and you just go to the second floor, lock yourself inside one of the classrooms, like in the middle section, and you're good.
That is true, because wasn't there a room that had like a security door system?
They had a safe, like a panic room almost.
That's it. We had a panic room.
Yeah. Um, yeah, high school. All high school would be really good.
Yeah, it also has a.
All right. So, what kind of weapons would you use?
Well, shotgun, rifle. I'm good with those. Pistols, my aim is not the best with those. What? I do have knives and swords with me I could use.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd probably, if anything, what is your deal? No offense, but she smells like cat litter. I'd probably be like a Tallahassee in Zombieland.
I could see that.
I could do
see that.
prospecting. I
I
could do
could see that.
prospecting.
I'll be the one making all the rules, wouldn't I?
No shit. You would be.
I would be the one like, okay, guys, we can't leave after this time.
I could actually see that. Yeah, you would be that person who makes all the rules, like trying to keep everybody in line, and I'm just the one probably outside, probably mowing everybody over with like a lawnmower or something.
I could just see myself inside like the high school, and I just see you out in the
I'm like on a John Deere, just
yeah, you know, John Deere with the things rolling and just
oh yeah, just going
tying
over
up all the
zombie.
zombies, and I'm the one inside trying to write down stuff.
Yeah.
But I would learn a crossbow.
See, that's your little Walking Dead thing.
Yeah, that's
But
Walking Dead.
here's the thing: ammunition.
But you can make it.
You can make it, yes, but I'd probably stick with a blade.
I mean, see, I'm gonna say a sword would be crossbow for long range, some type of katana.
Because isn't there a woman on?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, some.
See, if ammo were to go short, a sword would probably be the next best bet.
Yes,
Or
and
some form of spear.
spear, sword, and honestly, you know, if you know how to take them out, you can easily take out zombies. All you have to do is kick their knees and stab them in the head.
Or cut their legs off and then just cut their heads.
Well, I'm saying if you have like a little knife, like a combat
yeah.
knife or something, all you have to do is kick at the knees, stab them in the head, and then you're good.
Yeah. Or take a machete and cut their heads off.
Yeah, but again, I'm talking about a combat knife.
Well,
if that's
yeah,
all you have.
I got a few.
Well, yeah, but kick them in the knees.
Yes.
They fall to the ground.
But unless you turn like Zombieland Double Tap, where they get their brains and like you have mutated zombies.
Okay, you boom boom.
Have you never seen Double Tap?
Yeah, I've seen Double Tap. It's been a while.
But you know how they have like Zombies 2.0 or some
I need to rewatch
super zombie
I need to rewatch those
that can
movies.
jump like 3 stories.
Okay, those type of zombies and all type of apocalypse, then we have a problem.
You'll get a problem.
Yeah, so that's my plan.
At least it's not like Resident Evil.
Oh, ooh. I don't know if I could do those zombies.
See, those are more mutated zombies.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially if you do like Resident Evil 4.
Yeah.
Because that's when you start seeing the mutations. Which was just very disturbing.
It was. Which is another genre or another franchise we should cover at some point.
Which one? The games or the movie? The movies.
I know more about the games than the movies.
You know more about the games?
Yeah.
I played up to 4. 5 and everything else, I kind of just.
I watched.
Gave up on.
I watched 7 and 8. I watched Mark Blau play those. I still need to make my way through 4.
I only have it on Wii. I was gonna say
there was did I play Silent Hill on the Wii? There was one game
I had Resident Evil 4 on Wii.
There was one game I played on Wii, and I did not like the controls. I could not play it. I don't remember what it was. Yeah. So, anything else you want to talk about before we get off topic here?
Going back to like what do we choose as an? I still think a farm would probably the farm. Yes, depending on your security system, depending on how your security is, it'd be nice
Yes.
because you have a field, you have crops, you have if you have cattle that are still alive, use that.
Again, I've seen it 2 times in Walking Dead, and it did not end well in either times. Okay, great. One of the times it was run by cannibals, but that's a different story.
But you have like the one in The Last of Us. He prospered. He got the whole town known.
Okay, fail. But those were different type of zombies too, inside The Last of Us, in the Walking Dead zombies.
Okay, but still, him and was it just him or was it him and like his lover or something that prospered the whole town? I can't remember.
In the TV, are you talking about the TV show?
Yeah, the show that you got me watching.
It's been a while since I've watched the show. I need to rewatch it.
I was gonna say you're the one who introduced me to this.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've watched the show. I'm more likely to rewatch Walking Dead if I'm gonna watch something.
All right. I got nothing else. Do you have anything?
Do you want to talk about what we're doing for the month of October?
If you want to give them updates on what we're doing, then yeah, we can go over that.
So we're gonna be covering Trick or Treat.
Yes,
That'll
Trick or Treat.
probably be our next one.
Probably. Caitlin and I just watched that last night, so it's still fresh in my mind.
Who's the opportunity that I saw it that way? I watched it this morning.
Well, we were watching it with a friend of ours.
Yeah, but I watched it this morning, and we could have done that.
Yeah, we could, but you're on a time crunch.
Yeah, no, I was supposed to be 1 by 4. That's not happening. Halloween. We're gonna cover Halloween. We're gonna pick like
let's cover Halloween before Halloween.
Well, yeah.
I don't want to record it on the day of Halloween because
I meant like we're going to like have it posted on Halloween.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was gonna say because my family does a haunted house every year. I don't pass that.
No. We're not gonna record it on Halloween. I would like Halloween fall.
We don't have to do this year, but I want to do Hocus Pocus.
Yes.
It ties in with the whole Halloween. But if not that, Casper.
Yeah, you mentioned Casper as one of the
ones. You're fine with that. And that's not much of a horror, but that is child horror. Child horror.
And you said you had some other elements you wanted to bring to that episode too.
Yes, because I watched a lot of the backup lore stuff on it.
Yeah, so you have to send me all that stuff so that way I know.
I have to find it all again.
We are also going to be covering a video game.
Yes, sadly, yes.
Sadly, yes. We're going to be covering Amnesia the Bunko.
See, I don't know if we can play the whole thing.
It's only like a 4 to 5 hour game.
Yeah, I don't need to have the time to play that.
That's why you guys need to come over on a Friday evening and you just play it for like an hour and a half.
Okay.
I mean, like, it's not going to be that hard. And I'm going to be guiding you, so it's going to go a little bit quicker.
Okay.
I'm not going to tell you everything to do. But Hayden, I think, is also going to be streaming that to his other YouTube channel, Lord Hades.
Yes, I'll leave a link in the description for that. Should I leave it on this one or should I leave it for
both?
Both?
Yeah.
You can also
make a community post too.
Yeah, and I also need to start promoting this on my other channel as well.
Yes, we do.
You also need to start promoting it on your stuff too. It's just been me so far.
Will you post? You tag me and everything on Facebook.
Yeah, do it on Instagram too. Do it on Facebook and Instagram.
I don't follow anyone on Instagram.
You follow me.
Okay, so I'm gonna promote the thing that you're promoting on Instagram.
But start posting. You can post on Facebook more. It doesn't have to just be me.
You always tag me, so I never have to.
Make something up. Just toss our logo on there. Do something.
Okay. Yeah, so we're going to be streaming that.
Yeah, I'll stream that, and then that will be posted on my gaming YouTube channel.
Terrifier 2, or Terrifier 3, sorry, we're probably going to be covering.
Oh, yeah, I forgot Terrifier.
He's excited for that one.
Because, okay, I know a while back, I don't know how many years it's been, but we had the whole killer clown phase. Terrifier, to me, brings light of that situation.
You don't like clowns, right?
No, I dressed up as a clown during the killer clown.
That's what I'm thinking of someone else then.
My dad hates clowns.
Maybe that's I could also be thinking of Miranda.
Yeah, I will tell a whole story of me being dressed as a clown on Halloween. I will gladly tell that story. But yeah, for some reason, the clown in this, because of how funny he is, it makes me laugh.
That comes out October 10th, by the way. So if we want to see that.
Also, you and I need to do the walk, the Springfield tour.
Yes, and
the haunted house.
We do need to do some haunted houses this year.
Well, again, we didn't do it last year, but I would like to do the walk in the woods again.
Yes. Friday evenings would be the best.
We need to get the whole group done.
I don't
know about Miranda, but we need to try to just invite people.
Well, I just kind of figure it'll probably end up being you, me, and Kelly. If Kelly even goes.
Zach?
Okay, you're more friends with Zach than me.
I'll ask.
What kind of Thanksgiving movies are we covering?
Scary movie?
Yeah, Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving would be the turkey one. Thanksgiving or whatever it is.
You would want to cover that one too.
Oh, why not? We're gonna go over every horror, especially with Christmas. You have Jack Frost. You have the gingerbread man. You have
the
Krampus.
One movie I want to do during Krampus is a good one. I forgot about that one. I've only seen it a few times, but the one movie I want to do
Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yes, you want to do Nightmare Before Christmas. I'm fully aware of that one.
Yes,
his favorite movie.
Oh yeah, out of all movies in the world, it's still gonna be number one.
I'm gonna do The Shining.
I would not be opposed to The Shining.
Because Mom. If zombie wasn't my favorite genre of horror, it would be psychological. I love psychological. I can't tell you how many times I've seen Silence of the Lambs, which isn't really psychological horror. That's more of a thriller.
It's still be a horror.
Horror thriller, psychological horror thriller.
That's the same field as the Human Centipede. That's psychological.
Yeah.
Which have you seen?
No.
If you love psychological horror, you need to watch it.
But yeah, I love psychological horror movies.
Oh, the one psychological horror movie I hate, and I will never watch it again, is Teeth.
Yeah, so we won't cover it. You've mentioned it before. And
if we have to watch it for this podcast, I will watch it, but
no, we won't.
I'm not gonna enjoy it. Oh, there is it's the Tooth Fairy horror movie. I can't remember what it's called. Can you look up Tooth Fairy horror movie? I can't remember exactly what it's called, but that one I wouldn't mind covering in a future video.
Tooth Fairy.
Did you put Teeth Fairy? You put Teeth Fairy.
Quiet.
Teeth. It's tooth.
What is? Hold on, I have to get through full film. Darkness Falls.
Yes, that one. That one is somewhat psychological.
We will probably. You need to watch the new show on Hulu.
Is that the
Grotesque, out?
Is that the one where they put people in different situations of horror? Is that the one that's coming out right now? Because there's a new show that's coming on USA, where they take people and they put them in horror situations. Like
I said, Hulu.
I'm just saying, I didn't know if that was the one.
No.
But have you seen the commercials for that one?
No, send me a link.
Okay. I know we're bringing up shows and channels, but I wouldn't mind doing ones on these. Oh, that one.
Yeah. You need to watch that one. American Horror Stories is coming out with a 6-episode Hulu event that we'll probably cover.
We got a lot to cover, but we're not going to all do it in October.
No.
These are stuff that's going to probably happen in the future. We're going to try to cover all this.
Yeah.
Oh, I am going to also reach out to a few others, and if you guys are watching this and you are horror fans and probably have a horror podcast like us, feel free to reach out to us, and we can collaborate a podcast episode together. Because there are 2 people that I know that have a podcast on horror. I'm going to reach out to them and try to collaborate with them.
Yeah. The Exorcist is one.
That's another good
And we will have a special guest on that
I'll
one.
mention that on the episode. You know what's funny about The Exorcist?
What?
Growing up, I always wanted to watch it, and my mom kept telling me, "Don't watch it. You're gonna have nightmares for the rest of your life." I watched it recently, and I was laughing my head off through the entire movie.
I mean, yeah, but we'll talk about that when we get to that movie.
Yeah, we'll get
But I think we will also have a special guest on that one.
Oh yeah.
Did I tell you? My dad
Yes.
wants to join us on that one.
Yeah, your dad wants to join us. But yeah, we'll look into having more guest stars.
Well, Katie will join us
She wants to join us for Trick or Treat, and
Yeah.
we have a friend Miranda wants to join us on Freddy Fazbear.
Five Nights at Freddy, which will probably be January.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about the games.
So just keep an eye out for the future videos.
Yeah, we do have a lot of exciting stuff planned. We just need to
Plan it
record 1 or 2 episodes at a time.
when we have time.
Yes. Yes.
Right now our schedule's been very hectic because for the past 2 days you've been home, I've been home. We've been doing it on Discord.
Yes. Yes.
Because we haven't had the chance to actually meet up and do it.
Yeah. Yeah. So remember, this is 2 idiots talking about horror.